What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D. And today we're going to be talking about today is Freestyle Friday. We're going to be talking about a few topics, anything, nothing in particular, but we got a few topics we're going to be talking about. And I have a guest that's going to be joining us, and I'll allow him to introduce himself to the show.
It's your boy, Big Day. What up?
Welcome to the show, Big Dave. Thanks again for joining us. We got an incident that happened, and I forget where this incident happened, but this story is kind of near and dear to me. I had a situation a few years ago that kind of happened to me. So I want to talk about this story, and I have it queued up, and I'll play it, and then we'll get back and do our commentary on the story. Bear with me for 1 second. I had it queued up. Here we go.
Family is preparing to bid farewell to a Suffolk teenager who was killed while making a rap music video for social media. 17-year-old Raleigh Freeman III died May 16 of an accidental gunshot wound to the head. My story begins with the images this grieving mother wants you to remember. Raleigh Freeman III was Monica Savage's only child. On social media, he was known as rapper Wilo Huncho. For all the wrong reasons, people around the world are watching his last music video.
Got that 30 on it.
10 on Your Side will not share a graphic video of when Freeman put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger. He was wearing a shirt from his part-time job at the Portsmouth restaurant Freddy's. Minutes later, his mother returned to their White Marsh Road home.
I didn't know he had a gun at all in the house. And I seen, when I came in the house, I seen him in his own blood, and I ran, almost got hit by a car for trying to save my son's life.
When I got the news that he had been shot, it was like a total shock to me. And then when I heard that he had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, it's still a hard pill to swallow.
Loved ones say the smile on his face just before the trigger was pulled offers confirmation. This story is being shared around the world. People are reading about what this young man, how he lost his life. What is your message to young people who may be doing things that are dangerous and their parents don't know?
Please put the guns down. If you're seeking love, attention, anything you need, mental help, reach out. Help is out there.
Okay, and that's it. That was the end of the story. Sad situation. Like I said earlier, this situation was kind of near and dear to my heart. That's why I wanted to do the story. I had a son a few years ago, who was somewhat in the similar situation. He was an inspired rapper, but his was a little bit of a mental issue, that he was dealing with. But yeah, back to this story. We had a young man. He was an inspired rapper. He was shooting a rap video. And during that video, at some point in time, he ended up putting a gun to his head, and the gun went off. And he lost his life. So I have two guests with me. I also have one here in the studio with me. I got my wife with me, Kiki. So I want to introduce her to the show too. So I'll allow you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the show.
Hello, I'm Kiki. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? Your camera kind of froze up. I don't know what happened over there, but we're gonna I'll figure it out in the meantime. But Dave, yeah, give me your thoughts and your opinion on this story. Definitely a sad situation.
It's definitely a sad situation. It's a tragedy that a mother has to come home and find her son in a puddle of his own blood and panics, trying to save him, and almost got herself took out
Right.
by getting hit by a car almost. But let's get to the meaning of it and the meat of it. These young boys have to quit putting these guns in their hand.
Right.
I don't understand why would you have a loaded gun and you're trying to do a rap video. You seem like you will have a gun that has nothing in it, so you
Right.
can't harm or hurt yourself. I don't get that. It makes me think it was some mental stuff going on there, and maybe he might wanted to commit suicide. I'm not saying that's what he wanted to do, but
Right.
doesn't make sense to me that you were doing a rap video with a loaded gun and then put it near your body or your head and pull the trigger. I don't understand that.
Right.
He was 16.
Well, I think they
Oh,
said he
yes.
was 17. He was
17.
17.
You
Yeah.
gotta think about the maturity level.
Right. But yet and still, you know, in most videos, I'm going to say most videos that's shot professionally, they have prop guns. You know, it's the such thing as prop guns for situations like
Exactly.
that. You know what I mean? So I don't know why, you know, he did not have a prop gun or why he had a loaded gun shooting a video and then putting it up to his head. You know, so like Dave said, you know, it probably had to, you know, may have something to do with mental illness or, you know, just probably him being careless, you know, shooting
Exactly.
a video, you know, you gotta ask yourself, was there any adults? Was there anybody else, you know, who was there responsible enough, you know, to oversee him shooting that video? You know, so you gotta ask yourself those questions. So, you know, I'm gonna allow you to go ahead and speak on this situation, Kiki. What do you think?
I just think that when you're that young, you're not thinking about the repercussions of what can happen, and you're invincible at that time. So that's the last thing that I think was on his mind, was that he was going to shoot himself.
Right.
You know, everything is fun and games when you're 16, 17, 18 years old. You're not thinking about what can happen. So
Yeah, you know,
very unfortunate though. And that was his the mother's only son.
right.
So I can't even, I would totally lose my mind if I witnessed what she witnessed. That's gotta be hard.
Right. Yeah, you know, so no, I don't know if you want to add anything else to the story, Dave. You know, it was a sad situation. You know, I want to
Well,
speak. I'll speak to the youth about this. You know, we got to stop using, um, we got to start using our common sense. You cannot be using real guns in videos. You know, you have to get more professional with it. You know, it's okay to shoot your own video. You know, I understand if you don't have the money for props or to do it professional, but you have to use your common sense. You know, you can't be shooting videos with real guns. You know, we're losing too many of our young people like that. So, you know, I'm gonna ask the adults, the mothers and the fathers, try to oversee your kids. You know, when they're doing things like that. You know, because we're just losing too many lives like this. So, you know, Dave, I'll let you speak on that situation a little bit more.
I have to agree to with Kiki to a degree.
Okay.
Um, um, a lot of immaturity,
Okay.
not imagining that this was going to happen, not taking it serious.
Hmm.
And another thing, we don't know if he was drinking or
Right.
smoking.
Right.
We really don't know really what was going on. We have no details but what we heard from the mother and the reporter. And it's definitely a sad situation and it's a tragedy.
Right.
Because just to find your child like that, you don't know how you will react. But these parents and adults have to keep teaching. You know what's crazy? We say that we got to keep teaching these kids when they're young. It seems like when they get 15, 16, 17, that's when it's the hardest time you got to teach them.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
that's the
that's true.
time that they really start to understand things but don't pay it no attention. And
Right.
that's when you really got to start teaching because, like the mother said, she didn't even know that he had a gun. So he had a
Right.
gun in her house and she didn't even know it. And at some point in your life, when you have a child in the house at a certain age, and especially a teenager, when they're not there or when they're there, you got to check their house good because you don't
Right.
know what they're doing when you're not there.
Right. Yeah. You know, like you said, sometimes you may have to go through their shit, you know, just to see
You
what your,
got to.
what your child is doing. You know what I mean?
You gotta go through their
Exactly.
phones and everything. You don't know what type of friends they have or any of that, you know? Friends have the huge, like the biggest influence over your children at that age.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Yeah, so once again, parents, if you got to check your kids' room, check their room. If you got to check their phone just to, see what's going on in their lives, do that. Because you don't want to lose your child in a situation like this. So I just want to give my condolences to his mother and to the family. It was just a sad situation. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. We got another situation. Cassie spoke out, so we're gonna play clip. We don't have we can't play audio because we're on the Zoom. So I have audio of them speaking. She didn't speak. Her lawyer, it was a letter that her lawyer wrote down. So we're gonna play audio of that
We got the call at 5 a.m. and I said,
after this commercial.
Cassie Ventura breaks her silence after a video surfaced.
Here we go.
Boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs physically assaulting her in 2016. The singer takes to Instagram with a statement in response to the footage, writing, "Thank you for all of the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now, but this is only the beginning." She writes, "Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I will always be recovering from my past." She continues, urging support of domestic violence victims, sharing, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. It takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone." Cassie says this healing journey is never ending, but this support means everything to me. On May 17th, CNN released obtained surveillance footage that shows Diddy physically assaulting Cassie at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles on March 5th, 2016. The video shows Cassie leaving a hotel room before Diddy chases her down a hallway before grabbing her, pulling her to the ground, and kicking her twice. He then attempts to drag her back to the hotel room and is later seen throwing an object at her. E! News has reached out to reps for Diddy and Cassie in response to the video, but has not yet heard back. The video appears to corroborate claims Cassie made against the rapper in a November 2023 lawsuit, which was settled one day after it was filed. At the time, Cassie accused Diddy, who she dated for over a decade before their 2018 breakup, of rape and abuse during their relationship, claims which he denied. One day after filing her lawsuit, Cassie settled with Diddy in an undisclosed agreement, though a lawyer for the Bad Boy Records mogul said at the time that the settlement was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. In response to the assault video, Diddy issued this apology on social media on May 19th, saying he takes full responsibility.
I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. Got to go into therapy, going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. So sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. Not asking for forgiveness. Truly sorry.
Okay, well, that was it. So I guess my first question to you is, why do you think now, since the video came out, Cassie is speaking out about this situation, Dave?
Really, I don't know, man. I just think right now everybody feels they need to say something now because the video. I don't know her angle. I know she was abused in that video, and that don't make sense that he took them kind of actions against her, but this has been going on for years.
Right.
And I just don't know what took her so long to say something. I really can't speak on women that's been abused and why it takes so long, but it just seems like when someone is harming you physically and verbally, it just seems like that you have to talk to someone and get seek some help. And it seemed like she took forever to do this
Right.
to me. And I'm
Right.
not trying to down her
See,
because
and
of
I was
that,
gonna
but I
talk
just,
about that. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm not trying to down her. But at the end of the day, I just think she could have handled this a little different. I just think she could have talked to a lot of people's, either her own family, and got some support behind her to get away from him. Because she kept going back even when she was away from him when he was on certain events that she wasn't even near him.
Right. Yeah, so I guess I'm asking you that same question. Kiki, we heard P. Diddy's apology. You know, this is our first time speaking out about the incident. So my question to you is what do you think about everything that she said in her statement?
I mean, I would say a lot of the times, I mean, with women, I mean, she was with P. Diddy, so of course she's gonna keep going back. Like, I would say money, you know, money's gonna make you react to certain things differently. So maybe she didn't speak out because he was a source for her. He's famous. I mean, I don't see any woman who wouldn't keep going back, to be totally honest.
Right. And that's probably a lot of people's question. Why does she keep going back? If it was that bad, but that's that was up to her, so but I'm glad she came out, made a statement, you know, um, but my question is, I thought like if they had a settlement that he probably would have put in a gag order for her not to be able to speak out against this incident. So my question to you is like, did she really speak out about what happened, or she just made a statement about, just domestic violence itself? You know what I mean? Because it seemed like if he settled with her for the amount that they were talking about, he would have put a gag order in there for her not to be able to talk about the incident that happened. So I want to ask you that question, Dave. Why do you think that she did not speak about the incident that happened, but she only spoke about just domestic violence itself?
She got paid.
Okay.
She got paid and she's wealthy now. And that doesn't take back the fact what happened to her,
Right.
but she's leaving it up to domestic violence. She has a chance now to come out and say everything she feels, everything that went on and how long it's been going on. So I don't understand why she wouldn't. I can't answer that. But she got paid.
Yeah. And they
She got
said Diddy
paid.
was dumb for even coming out and making that statement. 50 Cent made comments on that. A couple of other artists has made comments. Like why would he have went on live? And made that horrible apology statement. But I'm glad she came out. She said what she said. She got that. Off her chest, and she spoke to the world about the situation. But it's definitely going to be more situations to come. And another question I want to ask: do you think the tapes that was leaked, Dave, came from some of the raids videos or some of the evidence that they may have had?
One thing when you're dealing with the feds, we don't know what the angle is, but somebody is leaking something. Either it's her lawyers or it's the feds.
Right.
Somebody's leaking it out, and they're leaking it out little by little until they find something more to go off of to shut him down. I just think that was the worst mistake he could have did, was coming out with that false apology, because it wasn't even real. He was reading the script all slow. You can tell that his heart wasn't in that.
Right.
It's just he got caught. Once again, he got caught. So we'll see. We'll see what happens from here. But right now, they haven't had nothing that we know of, because by now I think if they had something from that raid, it'd come out, unless they got something they building a stronger case on it.
Right.
We will
Yeah, you
soon
know, and I agree
find
with you
out.
100%. You know, I think they really haven't found anything, you know, because if they had, you know, the feds probably would have already put some type of charges on him, you know. But yeah, you know, we're definitely going to follow close to this case. We're going to report back on any other the things that happen or come up. But Kiki, I'm gonna give you the last words on this situation, you know, before we end the show. But we need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share to the channel. It helps the channel grow.
The only thing I'll add is just domestic violence is real. I mean, clearly, even in the celebrity world, it still exists.
Right.
Um, it's a sad situation. Hopefully, she'll be able to heal and get past whatever. But money makes you heal, so I'm pretty sure she'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, you know, I agree with you on that. You know, and my heart goes out to Cassidy. You know, hopefully she gets the help that she needs going forward. You know, Dave, if you don't have anything else to add to that, you know, let everybody know where they can reach you at. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Only thing I can say is behind you. I hope she heals from it, but like Kiki said, money make you heal a lot faster.
Right.
Because when this is all said and done, she gonna move on. She already married, ain't she? So she gonna move on to
Could
live
be.
real. I think she's married already, ain't she?
Wow.
Wow. No, I don't know.
I think so. I'm not for sure now. Don't quote me on that, but I think I heard something like that. That her husband's supposed to came out after the video came out and said something. I
Okay.
don't know if
See,
that's
I
an
haven't heard that.
ex-husband.
You could be right. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, but let's look it up and be for sure. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what I heard. But whatever
Okay.
the fact may be, she'll heal from it and she'll get the help she need. She definitely got the money to get the help she need,
Right.
and hopefully she stay away from people like him. And that's all I got to say on it. But y'all can reach me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. On Facebook is Big Dave Crawford, and on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube is Real Talk Wit, WIT, Big Dave.
Okay, okay. Thank you again, Dave, for joining us. You know, it's been you know, a good show. You know, I love when you come on, you know, you definitely give you know, another dimension to the show, you know, and I love you know, your energy. You know, so Kiki, let everybody know where they can reach you at. If they have any questions, let everybody know what you got going on.
I'm not really big with the social media, but I do have a Facebook, Shakia Jefferson. That's where you can reach me.
All righty. Well, before we go, I want to add a few more things. You know, I want to go back to the original story with a young man end up taking his life. You know, parents, we definitely have to be more involved in our kids' everyday everyday life. You know what's going on. You got to check their rooms, you got to check their phones, you know, and just watch what they're going on, you know, because that was a sad situation. You know, I don't know you know what I would have done if I would have found, you know, my kid in that situation. You know, like I said, I had a situation similar to that, but I did not find my son in that situation, you know. So, but like I said, you know, that was near and dear to me, so I wanted to do that show, you know, to bring awareness to, you know, these young kids out here, you know, because we have a lot of kids want to be rappers now, so they shooting their own videos, you know, doing things on their own. So you got to oversee and watch them, you know, or give them um the professional help that they need. You know, and I wish that young man would have done that before he put that gun to his head and that happened. You know, it was a tragic situation, you know, so hopefully everybody learned something from this situation, and you will be able to go forward and be safe. But thank you for joining the show. Dave, it's been a good one, and you guys could have been anywhere else, but you decided to watch the show with us. So I want to thank you guys today. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and we are out. Peace.